Okay, we're entering day 2 of creation. Actually, we started last time. This is the second part of day 2. And let's review what we've done so far. Kai hei pen hoteos egeneto stereoma en mesoi toi hudatos. And he said, the god did, make it come into being, a firmament, in the middle of the water. Okay, before we go any farther, let's sidetrack again and go back to our verb charts. I want to remember last time I introduced a new word, Musa, meaning muse. And let's go to the vocabulary and take a look at it. Musa. Remember, it's a hybrid. The ends with a short alpha in the focus case, but changes to an eta in the separating case. So related words, Mosike, which means an art of a muse. There were 9 muses, and they each had their own fields of artistic endeavor that they were the inspiration for people. And in particular, Homer, if we remember, he's calling on the Muses, Thea and Mosa, when he begins his epic poems. So the another word related is Moseion, which is a place of muses, and we get the word museum from that. Okay, so we have music, museum, and a particular famous museum, Moseion Theis Alexandreos, was a place of muses, the one in Alexandria. And it's believed to have contained the Library of Alexandria inside of it. And that is likely where the Greek version of the Bible was written. So let's take a closer look at this word, Moseion. It's part of a second group that we haven't looked at yet. Let's go back to our noun charts. Okay, there we have Mosa and muse. And let's go to the second group of nouns. And I've put a place for Moseion, and it is an example of a neuter of the second group, a neuter noun. So we know neuter nouns are the same whether they're focus or target. And in the second group, the separating separating ending and the locating ending are the same as masculine, as the masculine. Whoops, I wanted to bold that. Let's bold that. And, oh, one, let's see, that's, except that in this case we have the accent. I have to change the accent here because it's a long last vowel at the end is long. Let's grab a accent, of course I mean pitch mark. And let's do the locating version as well. And we change the from toe to tui. And okay, we don't have a we're missing a an unaccented omega. Let's grab it here. And put it in here. Oh, shoot. I lost my, I don't know if I can undo that. I lost my underscore. There we go. All right. Not much room here. I don't know if I can get this a little bigger. Okay. Try to line it up nicely. So you see all the endings, how they change. And then we have this one. Let's fill this. Whoops. Let's fill this box. And I messed that up. get rid of the color. All right. Tehi apusoi. Okay, so you'll notice there's one more row underneath the 4 we have so far. And let me introduce that. Remember in Homer, he's invoking the goddess or the muse. So this is actually another case. But you'll notice that it's basically, this looks the same as the focus. And in fact, it usually is the same, but not always. I'm going to call this case calling. So when you invoke, or when you call, or you address someone, you use this calling case, which is usually the same as the focus case, but not always. It is always in the first group feminines. However, in the second group, it's different. Well, let's skip the because you wouldn't use that when you're calling someone. And here the ending changes to an epsilon. Abuse. And same thing here with if you're calling heaven, or the God of heaven, I need an up accent here, a pitch mark. Let's grab it. All right. Orane. And in the neuters are always the same as the focus, the target, and the calling all have the same ending. If you're addressing the museum, you do it that way. All right, let's fill in some more of these. Locating in the third group, I believe that's the right ending. Better check this. First of all, let's get rid of the color. Yep, that's it. Okay. Of course, neuters are always the same if the focus, target, and calling are all the same, so I'm not even going to bother. Pneumatos. Changes to, oh shoot. Pneumati. And I think you can guess what this one is. Hudati. And oops. And here I need I had an up iota somewhere. Where'd it go? Where did I put that? Okay. Come on. Take both of you. Alright, so I think you can see that they're similar. The endings are all quite similar. Just some variations as opposed where the accent goes, the pitch mark goes. Okay, now we got one more to do here. Night. No T. Okay, so we've covered the locating case and the calling in this case is same as the focus. Okay. Okay, now let's go back. Go back to our vocabulary. We looked at the Muses. By the way, here's a picture of the 9 Muses. Whoops. Where are they? There they are. So they each had their own artistic inclinations, inspirations, and we've come across 2 of them already. Let's go back to vocabulary. Here's one of them. Orania is Urania, the muse of astrology. And here's another one. Calliope, from kalos, meaning beauty or nobility. Kalos, kalon, we've come across before. means beautiful, good, or noble. And you get the word kaleidoscope from that. And kalos with a double lambda means beauty or nobility, and you get English words calligraphy or calisthenics or calipigian. I'll let you look that up yourself. Okay, Calliope means beautiful voice, and she's the muse of epic poetry and the mother of Orpheus. Okay, let's go back now to our script and go to the next line. Okay, now we have a new word here. This is a verb. Let's color it. Esto. Now, it's also a commanding verb. And let's see if we can find it in the vocabulary. Under verbs. Put the commanding ones near the end. There it is. You remember, geneteto is a specific, self-centering, commanding verb. Make it come into being. I should probably put an exclamation mark here to indicate it's a command. And in this case, esto is durational acting commanding of the me verb me, which means I am or I exist. So this says make it be or make it exist. So let's go, let's put it in our verb charts. I guess we need to copy it. If we can find the right place for it. And here it is. Belongs in this box here. And we can make that a little smaller. Oops. All right. I'm not sure if that's exactly aligned. I can do that later. Don't want to. All right. Let's highlight, bold the ending. Okay. Make exist. Make it exist. Oh. I don't know why I did that. Let's go back to our line here. And keyboard. This little tiny keyboard is giving me troubles. And God is saying this, possibly to his angels, or to his sons and daughters. So now we have another new word, and this is a very important type of word. And I'm going to color it like so. And what is it? What type of word is it? Let's copy it. Let's go to our okay, let's go to our vocabulary first. See if we can find that word. Here's a very similar word. Diakorise. He separated through. He divided through. He spaced apart. And here's the word we're looking at. Diakoritson. Diakoritson. And it's a verbal noun process modifier. So it comes from a verb, koritsu, meaning to separate or distinguish, but it's translated as follows: while separating through. And it's focus neuter. So let's put it in its place. And there it is. I've already put it there, actually. Let's highlight it. And let's undo that. Of course, we know this is the same, being a neuter. Okay, now while separating is like a noun modifier. So we have a feminine ending, a masculine ending, and a neuter ending. And let's take a closer look at the feminine endings. You notice osa looks familiar. And here we have the verbal noun process modifier for the verb ami, to be, I am, and it means while being. Here's the feminine, the masculine, and the neuter, and it forms the basis of all the durational acting verbal noun process modifiers. Now, let's you notice this ending is very similar to what we've looked at before. word we've looked at before. And in fact, it's sorry for the up and down. Let's page up. Maybe that's also not easy on the eyes. I'm sorry. So it's basically has the same endings as the word for muse. While existing. And you'll get the same thing in these boxes here. But I'll leave that for you to fill out. Okay, let's head back. Let's get this done. While separating through up a middle of water and of water. Exclamation mark indicates it's a command. Oh, I should have put one up here too. Okay, next line. Very similar to what we had before on the first day. And it came into being. And, okay, came into being. Hotos means in this way. Okay, that's it for now. We'll continue in the next tutorial. We'll see you then, and hopefully we'll complete the second day in the next tutorial.